loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we're working on what I hope is going to be a fun, quick little project. I have this blue dress, which I made, I think 2 years ago. And there are some issues with the fit that just don't, it's not quite where I want it to be. So I think if I just adjust a couple of things, I will like this dress so much more and actually get to wear it. And since we're in like the height of summer, it is so warm and clammy today. This is the perfect time because this is a really lightweight cotton. The waistline, it is an empire waistline, but I didn't really correct it, so it's sitting somewhere awkwardly, especially in the front. So I'm gonna raise that up a couple of centimeters. And then I had made this with the intention of it being breastfeeding accessible, so I could open up the ties. That's why the neck is so deep as well, the neckline. But it didn't work. There was not enough, like, it didn't open enough, so I've actually popped a couple of stitches in the bottom to try and like yank out a boob. Did not work. So we're gonna skip that whole thing. So that means I actually do want to close up the center neckline a bit because it's very low and you can see any bra I wear with this. I think I can get away with though just hand stitching the bottom like 5 centimeters shut. So I think we're gonna do that. And then the final thing is, it hits at like an awkward length on me. I really wanted to conserve fabric, or not conserve fabric, I just wanted to use everything I had. So I didn't really take into account how it actually looked on me. But what I think I do, I want it a bit shorter so it's over the knee. I think that would be more flattering. But I think I'm actually just gonna fold up the hem and then do essentially a wider hem to make it shorter. So those are the 3 things we're gonna do today. Fix the waistline, close up the neckline, shorten it a bit, and then hopefully I'll have a summer dress that's ready for fun outings. Let's get to it. I'm gonna change out of the dress and back into a t-shirt and we can get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, this is where I've already popped some stitches. I'm just gonna seam rip back to the seam here, and then I think I'm gonna take out a triangle shaped wedge along the front here because I do actually like where it's hitting at the side. I just don't like where it's hitting at the very front. So let's quickly do that. I've been putting off doing this project for ages for some reason. I knew I wanted to do it, but somehow it felt daunting. And looking at it now, it's going to be a pretty easy fix. So just wondering why I haven't gotten around to it sooner. That was one side. And then the other. But we're going on vacation soon, and I think this is going to be the perfect dress to bring with me. My husband and I also have an outing planned where I think I want to wear this, so it'll be good to have it done for that. So I can feel pretty. The skirt here in the front is gathered. I might have to redo the gathering stitch so I can gather it up a tiny bit more so to make it fit, but we'll see when we get there. Let me just get a ruler and a piece of chalk. So I've raised it up 3 centimeters and then just drawn a line connecting it back down to the current seam. I think this fabric is also so thin that I can get away with just leaving this in. And then if I want to alter it more later, I have that opportunity. Lazy girl sewing, I guess. Ugh, shifty. Let's try and I wonder if I should actually start by doing the hand sewing. Wow, this is stupid fiddly, huh? Well, that was easier. I can actually just tug a bit on the existing gathering thread I have here. I think that'll do the trick. Okay, I think I'm going to try and baste this and then try it on and then see how I feel about it. I guess it's really hard to see because the print is so busy, but I accidentally flipped the facing on one side out and lined that edge up. So I'm gonna have to unpick this middle bit and then fold that back and see where we're at then. But the height and the fit was good. So in that regard, I'm happy. Actually, those do line up. Stupid. Right, I'm just gonna redo that bit of stitching and then we'll move on to the next bit. Okay, I brought out my hand stitching things. I have pinned the neckline. So these are the two ties for the bow straps. I'm gonna start from the bottom and then just kind of whip it together. The plan is to stop here, I think, just below the top bow. And then we'll see if that doesn't do the trick. I'm just going through the very edge of the fabric here. It's gonna be a bit of a bulky seam because I do also have the facing. But I just think this is gonna be the easiest way to get them to line up very neatly next to each other, almost. And I'm using the same stitch as when I do patchwork. The placement of the bows will make most of this invisible. All right, I'm just gonna travel my thread through here, skip the bow, and then pick up again on the other side. That's one of the things I really love about hand sewing. I mean, of course, there are techniques and good ways of doing things, but I love the versatility of it and how you can just kind of adjust things a lot more easily than you can, in my opinion, under the machine. When I really want like a neat finish, I tend to go for hand stitches. One more set of stitches and we're done. So when I open it up, I can definitely see the stitches very... Did I just put the ties in the wrong side? No, I should be able to pull them through. Because I left a gap. Right, hold a minute while I actually thread my straps out to the outside. Whoops. Did not think about that. I mean, I did leave an opening, so this should be possible. Right, that was one. Well, thank God I left that opening, huh? Ta-da! Okay, that's better. I think that looks pretty cute. I wonder if you can see anything on the video. But I'll try it on for you again. Right, the last thing to do is actually to try it on to determine the length that I want to hem it at. And as I said, I'm just gonna flip it up and do another row stitching and call it a day. Yay! I fiddled around with it in front of the mirror and decided to raise the hemline 10 centimeters. The bottom skirt portion, actually the entire skirt is just 2 rectangles, so it was really easy just to measure 10 centimeters up. And then I'm just gonna stitch it at the top, and then maybe if I think it looks weird, I might go around and stitch it around the bottom as well, but I kind of want this to just look invisible. I've also switched my thread to this kind of electric blue that I think is less noticeable than the white would be. So once around we go, and then we have a finished dress. Again. While I'm here and working on it anyway, the facing around the neckline doesn't want to stay flipped down. I did understitch it, I think, but I'm just gonna give it a quick tack here. Right, I'm gonna be good and give it a good press because it's been crumpled up in a box for a while, and then I'll show you what it looks like all done. Final thoughts. This was really easy. I am a bit ashamed I didn't do it before, to be honest. So a really good, simple project, and I really like how the dress turned out. It fits a lot better. It looks very cute. Actually, I got proposed to in this dress, so I mean, I had to fix it and upcycle it and give it a new life. It's just nice when things work out for the best. Yeah, but I guess that was all I had for you this time, so thank you for following along on this little cute project, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!